Going on YouTube? Just wanted to discuss a little project I have going on here. As you can see, got some conduit suspended in the air with some wood, and this is going to be my new greenhouse. Built it all around the existing aquaponics system, and pretty much it's a simple design. Didn't even need plans for this, of course. We've got 4x4, and I sunk that 4 feet in the ground. It's an 8-footer, so it's 4 foot above the ground, and pretty much took a 2x4 by 12 feet, a one on the top, one on the bottom there, and 4-foot joists. Put those in there. So I've got 5 of those for every 12-foot length, one to secure it to the 4x4 on the other side, and then the 3 in the center. And just built those, and then at the end of the 12-foot 2x4, we've got another 4x4, same thing, sunk in the ground 4 feet, and a whole nother 12-foot section. So we're gonna have a 24 by 12-foot greenhouse going on here. As you can see, I got a back wall there that is also 12 feet. The conduit here is a whole different array. Pretty much all I did was these are 6-foot spacings, and just pretty much laid it on the ground and started at it. As you can see right here, this one right here is 6 foot. On the other side it's 6 foot, and then the one at the top is actually 1 3/4 inches less than 5 feet. So it's pretty much about 17 feet total once you add the couplers in there, and that's what I was going for. And it's 17 foot, but that will make a roof after it's sitting on top of a wall that's about 4 foot tall. That makes a roof up, the height of it, that is, pretty much up there around 10 feet, just shy of 10 feet, which should be good enough for all of my growth going on here. And as you can see, it kind of looks like a greenhouse, but not really, because there's nothing on here that will retain the heat or anything. So that's my next step, is heading to the store and grabbing some of that stuff. I've been buying everything pretty much in waves. First wave was the wood, second wave was the conduit, and now we're moving on to the sheeting and the rest of the wood so I can continue framing in. One more thing I'm going to do is add some 2x4 braces right here, go across there, every single one of these. So it'll be 3 foot by 4 foot with a brace right in the center of it. And in case you're wondering, yes, on this 12-foot length there, I did compensate for the 4x4s. So it is an overall length, 24 feet, and these walls themselves are just shy of 12 feet. I finished this thing up about 11:30 last night, and it looked pretty much like what you're seeing right now. It's just now going to dusk, so we're about to have our first sundown with this. The temperature already is staying well above the outside temperature. As you can see, it's kind of gray looking, and that's because I went to my local box store, and you know by the brand just by looking at that, and you know exactly which store that is that carries this kind of stuff. But as it says, obviously 20 by 100 clear plastic sheeting, and as you can see, it's kind of gray. The one thing that I will give it is when you get in there, it is pretty bright. So as you can see, I still have to throw the door on. That's still coming up. I'm gonna have that done probably right after dark. I got a whole bunch more work to do on this whole thing, so I'm just gonna go ahead and show you what it looks like inside. Alright, now that we're inside, you can see, you can hear the glow in my voice. I am so happy about this. Once we're inside, you can see we've got a significant amount of light. This is I literally just stepped right inside, and there's a lot of light in here, even though it's starting to get dark real quick outside. There we go, got the lava rock aquaponics, but pretty simple design, stated. Just a bunch of conduit, and where every one of these ribs are, in between of them, not counting the very end there, I'm going to start on the first section, second section, third section, and fourth. I'm going to put another rib on the outside. That way it helps hold the cover down. But that's going to be in the future. Just trying to get this to actually work. The temperature in here is actually a few degrees warmer than the outside. And as you can see, we got a gap over here because I was trying to keep it level. Got it all jacked up still. But I left the cover a little extra long over there, and threw some the dirt that was left over from digging the 4x4 holes. I threw that right on top. Right now it feels pretty warm. It's like, I don't know, about 70 degrees or so. Outside's a little bit colder than that, probably 65. But that will be the next step, is to grab a thermometer, because I want one for the outside and the inside, so I can constantly be aware of what the temperature differential is. Got right here just a couple clamps. Pretty much all I did was pulled the sheeting over top and tucked it under the side rail here, and just pretty much pulled it right on down and added a couple pipe clamps. I did 2 every single area except for the very ends. I did 3. By no means permanent design. I'm in a hurricane area down here, so I'm gonna have to make sure that this is nice and beefed up, as well as like this giant area right here that needs framed in still. I'm gonna add 2x4 all the way up to the pipe, and probably frame out all the way from pipe to pipe with 2x4, and then staple all of that. And I don't know, probably need more protection than that, but I definitely want to go overkill on it, because I'd rather protect it and it not get hurt than have the whole thing taken out in one stupid storm. Here's a view of the entranceway and the door. As you can see, my DeWalt drill. I've also got my screen door kit there, right next to the drill, that has 2 hinges, a spring, a handle, and stuff like that for the door. And I'm going to have the spring on there so it's self-closing. As you can see, it's not exactly the prettiest work, but it's a little pretend header up there with 2 2x4s stacked on top of each other, with a single 2x4 holding them up. Went all the way to the top, drilled a hole in the pipe, and screwed in a 3-inch screw into the very top there, so it's held down and kind of steady, or so it's kind of sturdy. And what I was kind of thinking was maybe along the header, extend it over, and incorporate it right in with that pipe, and the same over there, and maybe probably 1 or 2 more going from like there all the way up to the top. I don't know. I just really want to frame it in really good. After I started with the PVC, I started thinking, why didn't I do the whole thing in wood? That would have been a little bit better, but oh well. We are where we are. On all of the corners, pretty much all I did was I grabbed it from the outside, and I just started curling it up, and pretty much curling until I got it pretty much straight. As you can see, we've got lines here, and it's kind of going that way. It's not exactly 100% straight up and down like it should be from, you know, dead center of the top straight down. It's kind of leaning a little bit, but we do have the same amount on this side as we have over there. Hey, there we go, on the other side. So it's not that bad. And I'm not that worried about it. As long as it's sealed in is pretty much all I care about. But you can see what it looks like on the back side of how I curled it in and then held it in with a clamp, just like that one right over there, only it's on the outside. And this is what it looks like on the outside. It's just all curled up. It's not very pretty or anything. I think I'm probably just gonna pull this up, actually, you know, wrap it around the tube itself and add a few more clamps, but I definitely have to come up with something more permanent than that. As you can see, I had a couple dirt piles here from digging my 4x4s, so what I did was I left the plastic a little bit long, and I just went ahead and started filling it in right where it's actually starting to gap. You can actually see that 2x4 right there, and that's how high. I mean, you can't really see when it's looking like that, but it's actually that whole dirt height that is exposed below it. So I'm just trying to incorporate a little bit of dirt there. That's where that jack is there in the back corner. Just threw a bunch of dirt all around there. Dirt, sand, it's mainly sand. And just to hold that cover down a little bit. This is, again, not a permanent solution. I'm going to come up with something better than that. Just debating on whether I should try with cinder blocks, cut them down, or maybe bricks, or what I should do, but I'm gonna have some kind of solution for that in the future. It's getting pretty late, and I gotta go ahead and get this door installed, so I'm gonna go turn the lights on and get that done. So until next time, I'll give you an update later.